describing the status of Indian women. Okay? We're not picking on Indians here. Okay? I'm going to tell you all kinds of backgrounds. This is the Encyclopedia Britannica. It states, in India, subjection was a cardinal principle. Day and night must women be held by their protectors in a state of dependence, says Manu. The rule of inheritance was agnatic, that is, descent traced through the males with the exclusion of females. Yani the inheritance is only through the males. The female has no part of this. Doesn't get a penny or a halala. In Hindu scriptures, the description of a good wife is as follows. Check it out now. A woman whose mind, speech, and body are kept in subjection, acquires high renown in this world, and in the next, the same abode with her husband. So if everything she has is submitted to her husband completely, including her mind, her speech, and her body, then she's good to go. Otherwise, she has to find somewhere else. In Athens, women were not better off than either the Indian or the Roman women. Athenian women were always minors, subject to some male, to their father, to their brother, or to some of their male kin. Her consent in marriage was not generally thought to be necessary, and she was obliged to submit to the wishes of her parents, and receive from them her husband and her lord, even though he were a stranger to her. A Roman wife was described by a historian as a babe here, not in the modern meaning. Okay, because some of the shabab may have been watching I don't know what. And so when they hear babe, they think of something else. Babe is a baby. A minor, a ward. A person incapable of doing anything, or of doing or acting anything according to her own individual taste. A person continually under the guardianship of her husband. In the Encyclopedia Britannica, again, we find a summary of the legal status of women in the Roman civilization. In Roman law, a woman was even in historic times completely dependent. If married, she and her property passed into the power of her husband. She and her property become the property of her husband. The wife was the purchased property of her husband, and like a slave, acquired only for his benefit. A woman could not exercise any civil or public office, could not be a witness, surety, tutor. She could not adopt or be adopted or make will or contract. Nothing, in other words. Now, the position of the church is not any better, because some think that Christians are the ones who liberated the women. Those are the Christians who go against Christianity. The Christians who actually go against the Bible and the traditional old church are the ones who have liberated women in their definition of liberation, which we call is really imprisonment. But if you want to go to the orthodox, genuine, authentic teachings of the church, then you will get it from a guy like Tertullian, who said, do you know that you are each in Eve, speaking to the woman, in Eve as in Adam's wife. The sentence of God on the sex of yours lives in this age, the guilt must of necessity live too. You are the devil's gateway. You are the unsealer of that forbidden tree. You are the first deserters of the divine law. You are she who persuades him whom the devil was not violent enough to attack. You destroyed so easily God's image, man. On account of your desert, that is death, even the Son of God had to die. This is all in their, kufr understanding. Not only did the church affirm the inferior status of women, it deprived her of legal rights she had previously enjoyed. So basically Eve was the evil temptress because of her. Even in the Bible, it blames Eve for what happened in terms of eating from the forbidden tree. According to the Bible, it is in Genesis chapter 2 verses 4 and 3 and 24. Genesis chapter 2 verse 4 and chapter 3 verse 24. It said, when God rebuked Adam for what he did, he put all the blame on Eve. The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree and I ate it. Consequently, God said to Eve, according to them, I will greatly increase your pains in childbearing. With pain you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. That's the Bible, which the Christians don't like to quote nowadays. Because if you were to quote the Bible, then they will have nothing left. They will have to leave Christianity, which is not very, compatible with their present choices. Ala kulli hal, until 1887, women were not allowed to own property. Then afterwards, they started to, be a little more flexible, and then they said, okay, we'll let her have some property. And then after they let her have some property, they went all the way.